Good morning, dears. Today we are going to discuss about the clinical features of CA pancreas. If our patient is having CA, especially CA pancreas, usually we may not get any symptom. As you know, the signs and symptoms of CAs are mainly depends on the seat of cancer, the size of cancer, location and extension of cancer. And usually the signs and symptoms may get in a specific manner, usually at the end of pathology. Means usually if your patient is having CA pancreas, the same may be diagnosed, but the prognosis will be usually bad. Why? Only because the symptom lateness. That means the specific symptoms will come out only at the end of the disease condition. So, let us see what may be the symptom of our patient. We can classify the symptom of our patient, number one, as general symptoms. The symptoms may be, you know everything, but let me explain once more. Anorexia, anemia, asthenia, unexplained weight loss or wasting, etc. will lead to a cachexic symptom. That means our patient become very weak and tired and very fatigued also. And regarding the GIT symptoms, the general GIT symptoms may mimicking of the symptoms of our peptic ulcer disease. That means the patient may complaints of acid regurgitation or complaint of pain in upper abdomen, the complaint of heartburn, complaint of nausea or vomiting or retching, something like that. In such condition, we may misdiagnose the status as a case of gastritis or a symptom of gastritis or symptom of peptic ulcer disease, something like that. And by a skillful interrogation, you will get the symptom of, if you are very skilled, having very skilled and very intelligent interrogation, you will get the symptoms of malabsorption. Because usually near about 90 to 95% of CA pancreas are exocrine adenocarcinoma. So that is why the carbohydrate, protein and malabsorption will give a malabsorption syndrome. A fatty, oily, frothy or a floaty, something like that, pale color or orange color of stool, something like that symptoms. So all these symptoms are very general. And even though the symptoms may be mimicking with some other disease. So usually the patient may escape from the real diagnosis of what actually he had. And let us see what about the symptoms in advanced condition, or when the symptoms become very specific to. It is not much specific, but we can assume. So on examination, you can see most of the pancreatic adenocarcinoma, ductal carcinomas are mainly 90% of the adenomas seen in the head of the pancreas. You know that along with the amplifier, there is our bile duct also getting open in the amplifier. It is our hepatobiliary system or liver. So, as the pathology advances, the tumor may spread or it may block the common bile duct, and thereby what happened? It will cause backflow of the bile itself into the bloodstream. That means bilirubin is getting built up in our blood, and that will result in obstructive jaundice. Even in such condition, we may treat the status of jaundice as a usual jaundice, but even after having the reasonable time with a very good prescription, if we don't get the expected result, that means uncontrolled diabetes. As the days advance, the bilirubin level will be go higher and higher and higher. So usually the signs and symptoms of jaundice, particularly with the obstructive jaundice, with itching of the skin, with tender right upper quadrant, with abnormal or moderately abnormal SGOT and SGPT, usually it is due to the obstruction of tumor over the head of the pancreas along with the common bile duct. So jaundice may be the one of the symptom of our patient. Then as the pathology advances, it may, first of all, usually it affects the exocrine insufficiency as GIT issues. But at the end of, when it affects the neuroendocrinal tissues, which are they? They are alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells, and gamma cells. When the tumor that affects the endocrinal portion of our pancreas, usually our patient will develop sudden diabetes mellitus. So in a patient with age of 50 or 60, without having any risk factor, if he develops a diabetes suddenly, and the same may be when it becomes uncontrollable even with the very effective medicines, usually that may be a case of CA pancreas, the neuroendocrinal tumor. That can be studied in another class. So the jaundice or the diabetes may be the specific symptoms. And when our patient is having sudden attack of uncontrolled diarrhea or uncontrolled vomiting or unusual bleeding with the involvement of multi-organ levels, with the signs and symptoms of septic peritonitis, all these symptoms may be because of any possibility of CA pancreas. On examination, on palpation, usually patient will not let you allow to palpate, but if we are trying to, at least a superficial palpation, you can feel a right upper quadrant mass, with a tender abdomen, with a tender hepatomegaly, with the signs and symptoms of obstructive jaundice, etc. can be seen with a pot-belliedness, or even with the signs and symptoms of ascites can be seen. And usually in such condition the pain will be very, very persistent and uncontrolled and very agonizing pain. And in some of our patients, a sudden appearance of small spots of lump-like appearance of small blood spots can be seen. These are known as Troisse's sign and or a phlebothrombosis. So all these symptoms are dealing with the CA pancreas. So the symptoms may be very non-specific or subclinical symptoms or the general symptoms, and the symptoms can be specific also. And next, about the investigation of CA pancreas, that can be studied in next class. Thank you for watching.